I'm gonna stop saying that I have an ambitious TBR because at this point it's getting a little redundant. They're all ambitious. Am I going to read all of these books in December? Probably not, but we have high hopes and this is what I'll be picking from. So, hello everyone, my name is Erin and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing my December TBR, which, as I just said, it's ambitious, but aren't they all when it comes to my TBRs? I have quite a few books on this list, and considering the fact that it is the holiday season and school has been stressful and I'm tired of sitting in my house by myself doing schoolwork, I need some socialization. So whether it be on Zoom or in person, if everyone's feeling okay, like I don't know how much reading I'm realistically going to get done in the month of December, but that's never stopped me from trying. So let's just dive right in to this very lengthy December TBR for the end of the year. So to carry over from last month, I really want to complete the Monstrous series, which means volume 3 and volume 4. I didn't end up getting to these last month. I did read volume 2 and I really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that I got to it. But like I said, these just didn't end up happening. Toward the end of November, I got super busy with school, and obviously there was Thanksgiving here in America, so just a lot of things. I didn't end up getting to it, but I am really excited to hopefully continue this. I really want to be done with all of the graphic novels that I have on my shelf. That's my goal for the end of the year. I was also going to make a goal to try and finish all of the manga that I have, but there are like over 10 volumes of manga that I have to read, so maybe that'll be a goal for January. But regardless, these are the first two books on my TBR, kind of just carrying over from last month because I still do really want to get to them. I'm still quite in the mood for them, and since things are starting to slow down, I have finals and everything, which means that like once I have my final, I'm pretty much done with that class. Things are way less stressful. I don't know why, but like when finals come, I'm like, oh yes, things are slowing down, instead of most people who are like, oh, finals are coming, like things are about to pick up. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, these are the first two books. Hopefully I can complete them. I would love it if you guys could hold me accountable. I post typically when I'm reading on my Instagram stories, so if you see me not reading these, it would be much appreciated if you could yell at me. I guess we're going to kind of do this in segments. So the next segment is books that I'm currently reading or like have been actively reading within the past couple of months. So the first one is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Brigid Kemmerer. I am currently reading this, as I just said. I am 234 pages in and adoring this. I'm actually getting through it pretty quickly. I read 70 pages last night. I've been getting into the habit of reading for about an hour each night recently, which is so nice and a great way for me to unwind. But yeah, this is the sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely, if you didn't know, which was one of my favorite books of last year. That is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and this is just the continuation of that. I obviously can't tell you what this is about because it's the sequel and spoilers, but in the first one we are following a girl named Harper who is kidnapped from her home in Washington, D.C. and taken to the land of Emberfall to help Prince Ren break his curse. There's a bit of a love triangle, which is broken in this one, and that honestly breaks my heart more than anything, but we have already been introduced to so many new characters that I am so freaking obsessed with in this book, and I'm just falling in love with these characters all over again, though this book is definitely taking a different direction than I ever anticipated. I'm not mad at it, to be honest. So, one that I forgot to mention is a carryover from last month is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I just didn't end up getting to this one for the same reasons that I didn't end up getting to Monstrous Volumes 3 and 4, but I am still so excited and I really hope to get to this month. If it doesn't happen this month, it's gonna happen in January or February because I am just so excited for this one. But yeah, this one is basically what I've been told. It's been described to me as an adult standalone fantasy, very similar to the Wayward Children series by Sean and McGuire, which is one of my favorite series of all time. So so excited to get to this one. Jumping back to books that I'm currently reading as of this year, we have The Poppy War by R.F. Kong. Burning God just came out recently and people have been really torn up about it, which doesn't surprise me given how heavy this series is and also just how much people love it in general. So I am currently 220 pages in. I haven't moved since like July when I first picked this up. I think that I stopped reading it because it switched perspectives and I like wasn't really ready for that. It was a little bit jarring for me, but I am more in the mindset to read this now, and so I'm super excited. There are so many content warnings for this book, so if there's anything that you think you might be sensitive to, given the fact that this book deals with war and it's loosely inspired by the Opium Wars that took place in China, obviously make sure that you're looking those up and taking care of yourself. I personally have not looked those up, but this book is known for having really dark themes, so. Oh good, this is a good time for the FedEx man to come. Great. The next book that I really want to read is A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. The final book in this series actually came out today because I'm filming this December 1st, and that is A Sky Beyond the Storm, which I do want to get to, but I need to finish this one first. I can't remember if this was on my November TBR or not, but I'm 144 pages into this, I believe, and need to read it. Hi, FedEx man, please don't look at me. Excellent, that was great. You did great. Anyway, this is the third book in the An Ember in the Ashes series, and apparently this one like tears people apart, so I'm really nervous, but as I've said with some of the previous books, I have really gotten in the mood to read this, and so I'm super duper excited to finally get to it. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. The next one that I'm randomly in the mood to read is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've been seeing so much about this, considering the fact that recently there was like a short story novella that was just released called How the King of Elfhame Came or Learned to Hate Stories. I always think it's came to hate stories, but it's learned, not came. So I have really been in the mood to read this. Plus, I've just seen so much more about Juden Carden lately. For whatever reason, I just feel like there's a resurgence. So I'm really excited to finally dive back into this world and hopefully fly through it because I was enjoying it. I just wasn't in the mood for it. I'm 115 pages into this one and I would love to finish this and then be able to finish the rest of the series next year. We'll do the fantasy and then we'll save the romance for last. So the fantasy that I have that is so ambitious, and I don't know why I've decided that I want to put this on my TBR, is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in the Crescent City series. Most people read this in March when it came out, and I have not yet. It's like 800 pages, and again, people are so obsessed with this, and apparently it's a pretty quick read given the fact that it's 800 pages. So I am really looking forward to this, and hopefully once like my finals are pretty much done, I can just fall into this world. Shelby, who is one of my really, really good friends in life in general, but that I met through this community, I'll have her channel linked down below, read this in a day when I hosted a 24-hour readathon, and I was like, whoa, that is impressive. So I've heard nothing but amazing things about this from her and just other people in general on book Twitter and everything like that. So I'm really excited to hopefully get to this one. I don't know. I'm in a fantasy mood, which obviously, if we've looked at my TBR thus far. And the last book that I really want to read in the month of December is the Undercover Bromance, or just Undercover Bromance, there's no the, by Lyssa Kay Adams. This is the sequel to the Bromance Book Club by Lyssa Kay Adams, which is honestly one of the best contemporaries that I've read so far this year. I really enjoyed it. It was amazing. Basically, what this book series is about is it follows very successful men, like I think there's a group of 10 of them or something like that, and they're in this bromance book club because while they are doing really well in their lives, like financially and just being stable men, their relationships, that area is kind of struggling a bit. And so the first one, we follow Gavin Scott, who is a pro athlete, and he's already married, but his marriage is kind of falling apart, and so this is kind of his last ditch effort to save his marriage. And in this one, we are following a different guy who is not in a relationship, and I believe the sister of the wife in the first book. So I'm really excited. Basically what they do is they read these romance novels and kind of try and get pick up on the things that maybe the women in their lives want that they are just not getting from, they're not understanding. So yeah, they kind of help each other out and be more successful in their relationships, and it's honestly a great time, and so I'm so excited to read this one. That's everything for my December TBR, which is super ambitious given the fact that there's a holiday, my birthday, finals, everything. So we'll see how this goes. Please wish me the best of luck. I do want to say that I have a couple of reading vlogs coming really soon. I'm going to try and get this video up as quickly as possible. So expect reading vlogs. I have like 3 of them that I need to edit. That will be coming to you very, very soon. So let me know down in the comments below if it bothers you when I post reading vlogs back to back, because there are going to be a few of those. For the month of December, I really want to try and get as much content out for you guys as possible. You guys mean the absolute world to me, and all of your support, especially recently. I don't know what it is, but I've been connecting with so many more of you guys, and it's such an amazing feeling, so thank you. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment. It really does mean the world to me when I get to talk to you guys. Like I said, I'm going to try and have a bunch of content out for you very soon. I'm not doing Bookmas/Vlogmas necessarily, but I have so many plans, and you guys have given me so many amazing suggestions for videos to do this month, which I'm really pumped for. So, like I said, I love you all. I hope that you're doing well, reading, mentally, and otherwise, and I really hope to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.